what she had to do. But
Yeah,
yeah.
so I got Freez Luv. He's finally in the building, so I'm gonna let you get the introduction. Also, we have the
Hey,
beautiful Nema Katt is in the green room. So
what?
just let me
Nema
let me know
Katt?
how you want to run it.
Hey, tell Nema to come on in this motherfucker with a fine ass. Come on in here. Come on in here so we can introduce Freeze Love, goddamn it, and give him a round of applause. Introducing first the great Nema Katt, the great
Woo!
Nema Katt.
What's up,
Yeah.
guys?
You made
Hi.
it. You made
I
it.
made it.
Damn.
I almost forgot about you. I started watching Netflix.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm glad you got that remembered. I said shit. Yeah, man, it's all good, man. We're gonna bring Freeze Love in this motherfucker, man. And talk that shit to this brother. So we talking
Okay.
about the great
What
Freeze
up?
Love. Come on, come on, come on, come
Hey,
on. Yeah.
hey,
God damn it.
what
That's
up?
what's up.
What's up, baby? How y'all doing,
What's
man?
up?
We
Yeah, there you
good.
go. There you
Thank
Yeah,
go.
you. He got into
Yeah.
a little rant a little bit.
Huh?
yeah.
Freeze love, what's your ethnicity?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
What's
She
your
said, what?
ethnicity?
Sorry about that. That was my alarm. You got me?
What's your
Hey,
ethnicity?
God damn it.
We can hear you.
Hold on. I can't hear you now.
Oh, yeah. You might have to start over.
There you go. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yeah, my alarm went off to tell me that I'm on the show.
Okay. So
But
I
you
have a
look, man.
question since you're here now.
Yeah.
What's your ethnicity?
Ha. Blacker than black.
I can
I'm
see
a
that. I
native.
can see that.
I'm indigenous. I'm
You're
indigenous.
indigenous.
5 generations mixed on both sides.
Okay,
Pure.
what state you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California, born and raised. My mother,
Okay.
God rest her soul, my mother was from the south side of Chicago, 48th and King, the low end. And my
Okay.
father, God rest his soul, was from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
yeah,
And
the West
all
Go
Side.
people,
ahead, Bam Bam. I'm sorry. I
yeah,
probably didn't know.
No, you good.
nah, nah.
Good.
Hey, listen,
That's how we
people,
do it.
yeah, people want to know that all the time. And I want it to be known. So anytime someone asks me, I get to document it again. I'm black. My birth certificate says Negro, okay? Which means
Yes, he
Hey,
said,
hey,
and I'm
Freeze.
that
black,
makes me
y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and
Hey,
I'm
that's
biggity,
right.
biggity, biggity, black.
And and being
hey,
that ICE is locking fools up, I need all the documentation I can get.
Yeah, they might scoop you up. You
hey.
ain't safe out
So,
there. You may
so
want to come on back.
yeah. So, Freeze, you don't they don't approach you with deals like with movies for being a Puerto Rican and a Mexican, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Puerto Rican, Mexican, Arab, um,
Uh.
whatever. And hey, this is my thing. We're all people.
Yeah.
Everybody's I don't care what race you are. I'm not one of, when you start talking about race with me,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man, you're talking about a European invention. Europeans
Mm-hmm.
invented race. God didn't invent race. God
Yeah.
invented people.
Right.
Man
Right.
was the
Right.
one who started putting labels and separating and all that. So when
Oh
you
yeah.
get down with that, to me, you've fallen under somebody that didn't. Look, black people invented so much. Why do we got to follow something that somebody else invented?
Okay, I
Right.
have something to say about that. Did you want to do an intro for him or something, Sir Bam Bam, before we get deep in discussion? You want to tell your
Well.
followers
First,
who
first,
Freeze
we
Love
gonna
is, what he does?
yeah, we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna come back to that. All right.
We're going to come
First,
back to that.
for the people that don't know the great Freeze Love, man, tell us once again where you from and what made you fall in love with hip hop, not hip hop,
Hip
comedy.
hop. Hip
Yeah, I
hop.
know hip hop. I know you a hip hop nigga too. But comedy, and when did you know it was on and popping? Like, when did you know, like, man, I'm in here? Like, what role they gave you, or when did you know, like, man, I'm all the way in the game? You go ahead and tell the story, bro.
Yo, okay. So my name's Freeze Luv. I started professionally in entertainment business in way back, 1987. I signed my first professional deal with Profile Records as a rapper. And I was a part of a group, AWP,
Mm,
out of LA. And
Okay.
even when I started rapping, my whole concept was I'm gonna be a rapper that raps about funny stuff. I'm gonna make all my rhymes about bagging. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I would see a group of girls and I would just go in. The girl in white, boy, she's a fright. The girl in yellow can't get no fellow. The girl in green can frighten Halloween. You know, and people laugh. And mind you, we talking about 80s, the early 80s. So the only kind of rap voice that was prominent for the whole culture was Curtis Blow, and the DJ voice of rapping like this and saying like that, a hip hop hop. You know, we was all into that. You weren't a real rapper if you didn't have that voice down pat.
I like it.
In the place to be. Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was that
So
shit
what would
though.
the
That was that
female
shit.
version of that be?
Huh?
What would the female version of that be?
Well,
Like
Roxanne Shante. Oh yeah,
JJ, finesse and
yeah.
sequence. Don't forget finesse and sequence. You know, hey DJ. You know,
Oh yeah.
involved in hip hop from the very start. Don't ever try to, you know. So people need to know that from the very start. Finesse and sequence was the first, to me, the first females that were really putting it down. Then you go
What's
into
their names?
finesse and sequence.
Finesse and sequence. I'm gonna have to do my research on them. That's dope. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because female hip hop is a big thing right now. I don't know if you noticed, but the females are running the rap game right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, the rap game right now is, to me, is so huge. It's full blown global now. You got cats in India rapping. You got cats in
the whole world.
Ukraine.
The whole world.
How can you? I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, the whole world.
The whole world. And women, you know, I mean, you could say women is running it, but hey, I've seen plenty of times where women was running it. You know, with Queen Latifah, MC Light, they was running. MC Light was running hip hop at one point. Don't. You can't say she wasn't. You know, if you really have been down with hip hop from the beginning, sisters have always been killing it. Always.
They have always been present, but we've had, you know, eras of, like you said, where females are dominating or males are dominating. But for me, I'm not, you know, I don't have a lot of time on me, a lot of age on me. But for me, rap has always been like a male thing with one or two females in it allowed to shine. But right now, it's very much female dominated.
Well, in the early, in the 80s, you know what he talking about? It was more females rapping, but now all the women want to rap. That's the difference right now. Like all the females you run into want to rap now, so that's the difference.
Yeah, and in the 80s, it was more group oriented. You know, you had your duos, your trios. Then you had the singles, the Queen Latifahs, the MC Lights. But I feel like right now I can listen to a Pandora station with nothing but female rap, and it's hit after hit after hit. Where I would say maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that wasn't the case.
I mean, true. Women, if women are running it right now, they deserve it.
They deserve it. They do. They do. Shout out to all the women that made that possible, though.
Hey, Freez. Work for the longest. And you know, we're at that time in progression. The world is at the time in progression. I'm sorry, whether you like it or not, the female voice has to be heard. Their point of view has to be seen, unadulterated, not bent to curve into what, you know, to fit in. Nah, unapologetically speak your piece, speak your time.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that and it's come to that where they're running it, they deserve it.
And they answering back. They answering back to all the shit that niggas been talking in the 90s and 2000s. So now they answering back and doing their thing. I get it. But let me ask you something, bro. Hey, was Todd the first rapper in on the west side to rap?
Who?
Todd.
Oh, Toddy T?
Nah, Todd. Too short.
No.
I mean, but you know,
hold on, no. Well,
him and E40.
I would say Too Short, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember when I was in the Army. I was in the Army from 1984 to 1987. I served in Berlin. I served in Fort Polk, Louisiana, and I distinctly remember bumping Too Short at Fort Polk. So we're talking 1987, and a lot of cats from Oakland that I was in Too Shorts.
Okay.
They a lot of dudes I was in the Army with that I had never heard of Too Short. Cats from Oakland was waving the banner. This is Too Short. You don't know Too Short? And it was like, oh, okay, Too Short, huh? And I started getting into him. So I would, definitely. What, for me, I would say, what really started the movement, though, because Tupac was out there. I mean, not Tupac, but Too Short was out there, and he was from the Bay. He was from, back then we didn't care if he was from the Bay, if he was from Redding, California, San Diego, California. Me being a Californian, when I heard Too Short, I was on the bandwagon. This is a California. This dude is finally, because before then it was all New York, Philly. They dominated hip hop.
Okay, yeah.
That was the sound. Too Short kind of broke it up. And, to this day, I will never be the guy that says Too Short is the lyricist. Too Short got the dope. Nah, you got to put it in perspective. In the time period,
Right.
Nobody was spitting the stuff Too Short
But
was
see,
spitting.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear Short
Damn,
Dog do nothing but what
you
he
on
do.
sound.
You don't hear me? You hear me?
Well,
You hear me, bro?
hold on, y'all. I lost your sound.
Okay.
What about you, Nema? Nema, you hear me?
I'm still here. Yeah, we still here.
But the guy he talking about Too Short, you know Too Short, right? Okay. The
Come
females
on.
are answering. They're answering. They answering Too Short shit. Like if you go listen to Too Short first album,
Damn.
Yeah.
they really answering that nigga. Because the females kind of like,
Whoa.
yeah, they just finally get to say what they want to
Hello?
say.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you there,
back?
bro?
God damn it. What happened, man?
We got you. We can hear you. He can't
We hear you,
hear
bro.
us. He can't hear us.
He'll have to leave back out and come back in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah,
man,
so you
I
said
don't
the
know. You probably.
females are answering. I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
they
send you a
answering. I
song.
think.
I'm gonna send you a song, and you need to hear how much shit this nigga was talking.
Oh no, I know what he was. I know exactly what
You
Too
ain't heard
Short
this
was
song I'm
saying.
talking about though. You ain't heard this
Maybe
shit.
not that song, but I remember. I know basically, understanding what Too Short was saying. I would say that they're even answering him. I just think the first person to answer somebody like a Too Short or answer that genre or respond to that genre of pimping and misogyny, the first woman to really respond,
I mean, I
I
don't mean
guess.
like not directly respond.
I know what you
Yeah,
mean. I know what you mean, but I'm saying, as far as I remember, besides Queen Latifah, who you calling a bitch or whatever, that was one. I think
yeah.
actually, I think actually,
I'm
females have
back. Can you hear me now?
always. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
you back, bro?
Yeah, I'm back, man. I had this
Yeah.
alarm set that kept knocking me off.
No,
So
man, I
what
was just
Sir
talking.
Bam
Go ahead.
Bam just said was he said he feel like the females now are responding to that Too Short era. And then I thought about it and I said, I think female rappers have always responded to the misogyny in rap music. Because you got who said who you calling the bitch? Was that Queen Latifah or
Well, yeah,
MC?
I get it on that level. That's a positive level,
Yeah.
but I'm saying I think they kind of playing the role of what niggas was talking about. Put it like that.
Right.
I
Now we
started
got
out
the
like
city
Dope Fiend beat.
girls.
Remember Dope Fiend beat, bro?
No.
Dope Fiend beat. You don't know about that?
No.
Too
I'm
short.
old,
Too short.
man. I'm
Born to
old.
Mac.
Huh?
Born to Mac. Too short
Born to
first
Mac.
album.
Oh, yeah, okay. You talk about
Yeah,
songs. I thought you was talking
yeah,
about MCs.
yeah. Bitches on my mind. I can't
Yeah.
stop
And
now.
bitch, I mean,
Man, that nigga,
nasty
bro.
tales, freaky tales.
Man, that nigga, bro. Oh
Man,
my god.
I mean, if you want to, nasty rap, as they call it, when it first came out. Hey man, you got Blowfly. Look up
Oh yeah.
Blowfly. Look,
Yep.
and don't forget
Dolomite, all that shit.
Two Live Crew. It was a lot of,
Yeah.
they were trying to eliminate hip hop. C. Dolores Tucker, they were trying to make it illegal to rap.
Yeah.
Illegal. No, we can't.
Yeah.
You will be thrown in jail if you come up here and rap. That kind of stuff was going on. Politically, they were using real political powers to try to silence hip hop. And they were using stuff like laws of cats, there was a time in hip hop where if you weren't looping beats, it wasn't considered real. That
I
was
remember
part
that.
of the culture, to sample and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay, we gotta get back to you, my brother. Okay.
All right.
Tell us when did you start? What made you want to get into comedy? And how did it start? And when did you know you was in the game?
Okay, so I started in 1992. I literally left a rap studio and went to the Comedy Store on a dare. I went to the Comedy Store in Hollywood, California, and it was my first time ever doing stand-up. Eddie Griffin saw me. Eddie Griffin, like, yo, you got this. I want to put you down, and he did. He put me on. I was his opening act for like my first 7 years.
Oh,
but
wow.
Before that, even before in my first 7 months of comedy, I landed a role on House Party 3, ex-con. Where I say, you come up in here smelling like butt crack, nigga, now. All of that. Me and AJ Johnson.
That was you?
That's me. Yeah, I've been around. Hey, I'm also Hector. Hector from Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie. Yeah.
What? That was you too?
Yeah, that's me. I was also on the Hughleys. It's Freddie Griffin. I worked I worked for DL Hughley on the Hughley TV show. I was in Baby Boy. I was the Muslim that said break bread, brother, break bread.
Wow.
I've been in a gang of stuff, man.
Hey.
And I was in Showtime, Robert De Niro, Eddie Murphy. That was a huge movie that was a huge flop.
Right.
But I would say when it kind of really hit me is my mom came home. This was after I told them, I said, yo, I'm in a movie. They was like, oh, okay. Because LA, there's a lot of people in movies. No big deal. They was like, you in a movie, huh? They was thinking an extra, something like that, I guess.
Right.
And I said, yeah, I'm in a movie. It's called House Party 3. And my mom was, oh, great. That's great. A couple of days later, she said, I saw you on the bus today. I was like, I wasn't on no bus today. She said, on the side of the bus. They got your picture on the side of the bus. I was like, I went out and I saw the House Party 3 posters, and sure enough, I was on the side of the bus, me and AJ, and I was like, wow. This is something here. Because don't forget, just 7 months prior to that, I just started stand-up. So, 4 or 5 years in the game as a rapper, going from this label, went from Priority Records to Profile Records to just that whole game of performing, doing showcases, trying to get put on, and then boom, I step into comedy and it blows up. I was in a movie. I had a big role in a movie. It changed my life. People started recognizing me. I was signing autographs. It was like, wow, this is crazy. And it just was, I was in a movie. I was touring with Eddie Griffin. I was at the top. I did Def Jam. I was on Def Jam where I was like, I'll be here tomorrow, bro. Like the Marlboro cigarettes. And, I was
what was it like touring with Eddie Griffin? Because he is a very, I would say, he does like political woke comedy. His comedy is very strong, legendary. So what was it like being matched up with one of the giants in the game that early on? And just did his style of comedy affect your style of comedy? Or
in retrospect, I will say that some people put you on to get you out the way. Okay. They put you on their team so they don't got to worry about you being on the other team.
Okay.
All right. Now, being with Eddie Griffin for me, first out the bat, that was such a valuable lesson of comedy, of learning the craft of stand-up. Eddie Griffin really showed me how to flip this game and how to be a comedian, how to be a writer, where to get your material, how to take your real life and put it into comedy. For that, I'm in debt for Eddie Griffin forever. He taught me a lot. But I also got to the point where I felt that I was becoming a threat and I had to get shoved to the side. I had to go and find another place. But that's part of the game, you understand? So much, this is a craft. Stand-up comedy is a craft. The only way to learn it, you don't learn it from a book. You don't learn it from a video. You don't learn it from watching it. The only way you learn stand-up is by practicing it. Being on stage in front of a real audience. I don't care if it's 2 people in that audience. I don't care if it's 20,000 in that audience. The craft is the craft. And the only way to learn it is firsthand.
So I have, I'm a stand-up comedian. So I'm, as you're speaking, you dropping so many gems, but I'm like, I don't want you to speed over them because I have follow-up questions to a lot of the stuff you said. Because like I said, you dropping a lot of gems. What you said about sometimes people put you on their team to get you out the way, that happens in music. Rap labels assign the competition if you sound like they artists and they want to shelf you and stuff like that. But you don't really hear about that happening in comedy. So can you expand on how you became, like, in what ways do you feel like you became a threat? And what was he trying to prevent by keeping you close to him?
Well,
And two parts to that too. Add on, what made you start doing the voices? How did you figure that part out? And I know that's one of your secret. That's one of your secret weapons. That's your superpower.
Yeah, and honestly, that superpower was with me from a child. I got that from my pops. My pops used to come home from work and he would tell the story of his day and he would put everybody's voice as who he was talking to. He's like, man, I got to the parking lot and here comes Sanchez. Oh, Mr. Farmer, why'd you not drive me? Why'd you not you took the bus today? If you're not gonna drive, I'm not gonna see my family. He said, and then there come old Russell. And his 2 cents, hey man, you know you're supposed to take the bus. You know Javier got, he would impersonate everyone that was in the story. So as a kid, I started mimicking my dad. When I would tell my stories to my friend, I would use the same method. So my voice, if you ask any of the people that grew up with me, they laugh every time they see me on TV or on a movie because they're always like, man, you ain't doing nothing different than you didn't do when you was a kid. And that's true. I've always liked, I like voices. I like people. So, sometimes you have to talk to different people. You see the people, you want to talk to them. As you talk to them, you're learning, you're paying attention, you're studying the way they talk. That way, when it's time for you to do the character, you can do the character. Do you understand? We have Herb, we have... Oh, man. Sometimes, a lot of my voice, you don't get to see. Sometimes you only get on the telephone. So sometimes I call it on the phone. I have to talk like the people on the phone. Sometimes I want them to understand my order, so I say it back to them just like they say to me. Yes, I want to have memory. Number 7, yes. Extra duck sauce, please.
Damn, that's funny there.
And that's true.
That's my voice like that. Now, to your question, people, it's just human nature. It's human nature to mimic the people around you to one degree or another. If you hang around a bunch of bums, and it's just a matter of time before you will be a bum. If you want to hang around people that are champions, hey, a matter of time, you will be a champion because that happens. So what I mean is, I'm a young dude, don't know nothing about the game of comedy whatsoever, but I just stood a room up. I just lit that mug up. I didn't even know what I did. Here's Eddie Griffin. He's at the top. He's coming up. He sees how this game is all clicked up. You got a group of guys over here, Alex Thomas, Daryl Heath, Chris Spencer. You got another group of guys over here, man, what's my man's name? Arnez J, and whoever. It's just different cliques.
Yeah.
So Eddie was like, yo, this dude is fire. He's like, how long you been doing this? I'm like, I just started. He's like, I don't mean the room, I mean comedy. I'm like, I just started. Tonight was my first time. He was like, come here. I got you. You on this team. You're not gonna fall over there to that team.
Yeah, I got.
Or you're not going. You're gonna stay in this camp, and we're gonna cultivate this dude here and get him right. And now our whole camp is stronger. That's what I meant by that.
That's fire.
And then you get to a level to where you realize, wait a minute, it ain't no camp, it ain't no clique. It's you. It's only you. You don't have friends in this business. Don't think you do.
Yeah.
This is a business. If you have a friend, don't involve them in your business. If you meet somebody at the comedy club, you both comedians, it's cool to have a relationship. I don't suggest letting them come to your house. I don't suggest that. I get down with a lot of comedians, but I keep them fools at arm's length.
Yeah.
Because one thing I had to learn, and it was a hard pill to swallow, comedy, part of the culture, part of the craft is stealing jokes.
Yeah, bro.
That is part of it. It's not, you can't do this from hip hop. You would never steal somebody's rhyme and say it's like it's your rhyme. You would never do that. But comedy, that's part of it. Part of these, there are comedians who came up on that side of the culture that will try to steal a joke quicker than their friend will steal the joke, who is stealing the joke from someone who stole the joke. That used to drive me insane. But now, with 30 plus years in the game, I fully understand. You can't be upset when someone steals your joke. The reality is it's a compliment. You're doing something because they want to do it. So don't get hung up on a joke. Get hung up on how you came up with that joke and go come up with some more.
Okay.
Yo, man, if I was to sit here and name you the comedians that have bit from me, we'll have an hour on this show. And I can look right in this camera,
we ain't gonna do it like that.
Comedians and tell you, you know goddamn well who I'm talking about. But do you? Because at the end of the day, you're not a source. I'm a source. You get it from the horse's mouth when you get it from me. I tell you who else is a source. My dude Freddie Ricks out of New York. He's a source. Who else?
Yes.
Kenny Williams out of New York. He's a source.
Yes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Shout out to both of them, man. Giants in New York. Giants in comedy, period.
Hey, man, you gotta be you can be a biter and you could blow the hell up. You could blow all the way up to the top being a joke thief. That's how I can't.
You could be already at the top, and that's who steal the most jokes.
You
when
damn
you
right.
At the top for a while, you lose the sauce.
Because don't forget, this is a business. This is a business. So if you're at the top and you have access and you've based your craft ability on stealing jokes, you don't stop stealing jokes when you come to the top. You steal more jokes.
God damn.
And you get down. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not. Because guess what, man? There is room for everybody. There really is. Especially if you're Black. They got us thinking, oh, this is one little keyhole that we can fit into. That used to be at a time, but it's not that anymore. Yeah. That's been blown out. Only thing that's stopping you now is you, whoever you are. Don't let no one can get in your way. You don't have to worry about the joke thieves. Keep creating jokes. Keep creating jokes. So when they say one of my jokes, and don't get it twisted. There's certain rooms that I may go into and I'll see certain comedians. Okay, I say in my head, blink. Okay, we only doing old stuff tonight because I ain't got time to get mine off on my new joke.
You
just gotta, if you're in long enough, you know who's doing what. You stay away from them in that aspect.
A lot of times now and I don't mean to cut you off, you have to post yourself doing the joke.
Hey,
That's
let me
that's
tell
how you
you,
lock it down.
That's how you lock it down.
you
Yeah.
lock it down, but on the real,
They
you
still gonna
ain't lock
steal it,
nothing
but
down.
at
You
least
ain't
now
locked.
you got proof.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
proof. You got proof. But do you got the money to go to court to fight with George Lopez?
No, it's really just to let everybody know, not really go to court, just to
Yeah.
let everybody know it's yours.
Yeah,
That's all.
I
so people
understand it.
will start following you and start coming check you out. Like, oh damn, Allie once stole your joke. Let me come see what you talking about
I
then.
got a joke. I got a joke, right? This talks about paying bills, right?
Uh,
So you call up here again. The punchline is if you call up here again, your name's coming out the hat. Okay, where's the joke where I say, and look, I put everybody who I owe bills to, I write them on a piece of paper, tear it off, put it in the hat. I pull out 3 names a month. If you call up here one more time, your name's coming out the hat. You won't even stand a chance to get paid. That was a joke I came up with. I had posted that. I did that on Master P. I got the hookup comedy jam. Where I'm wearing all blue camouflage and if you go back and look at that, Master P, I
I remember.
yeah.
I done seen
On
you so
that,
much, man. I done seen you in everything right now.
by the time I did it on that, it was all the joke was already 6, 7 years old. But anyway, somebody posted a picture of some white woman doing the joke.
Damn.
And they accused me of biting this person.
So you already got it recorded. Yeah.
So there's your post. To me, it's like, okay, so it's not who created the joke. It's whoever posted the joke first.
Yeah.
You understand? So all I mean is, rather than sit up and argue with the dude, because when he sent me that, I was like, okay, cool. Also, check this out, my comedy special. Check this out, my Def Jam. Check this out, Master P. Like, dude, I don't even want to hear it. I create my jokes. And sometimes great minds think alike. I've had jokes that have been like, woo,
that's something too.
like
Yeah.
I had this one joke, I can't remember it, but I remember Earthquake was on it. He was on the same topic. But people was like, oh man, that's you. I was like, no. I know my joke. That is not my joke. And I can listen to this joke and I can tell you that to me, that's a pure thought of his.
Right.
Because it wasn't directly, it was just similar.
The premise be there.
And the pacing matters too. You know what I'm saying? So if they have their own pace, their own beat, you could tell like that's not mine. But sometimes they can switch up the words and you know it's yours because they're
people
still
do that shit.
mimicking your pace, your consonants. You understand
I'll
what
give
I'm
you
saying?
something else because I don't care no more. I'm not trying to come up in the business. I'm up in the business now. So I'll stop it all. There was a comedian by the name of Chris Rock who took my premiere joke. Premiere, where I talk about
Chris.
Where I talk about I love being a nigga. I love being a nigga. I don't have to be any place on time. I'm a nigga. I'm naturally at there when I get there, and I'm leaving early because I'm a nigga. I love you know, and I don't care if you call me a nigga. You just make sure you got my check and it say nigga. It was a whole joke I did. And I said, a lot of you get me confused with your cousins, with my cousins, African Americans. Yeah, African Americans is my cousins, but you gotta understand, African Americans got subscription to Ebony, subscription to popular science. You know, like African American soul food is neck bones, collard greens, black eye. No. I'm a nigga. I got prescriptions to Fed magazine. Niggas, hot dogs, Doritos. You do your grocery shopping at the liquor store, then you not a nigga. You an African. Chris Rock took the whole entire premise.
Oh, I see what you said. I know which one you talking about. What joke you talking about?
When he say, I
You
love
know
black
which one
people,
because it's the
I
one who
hate
put him
niggas.
on.
Yeah.
Damn, Chris.
You say, oh, Freez, you just saying it. No. I was at the Comedy Store. I was in the OR room. I ripped that shit down. Chris Rock had to follow. He could not. He couldn't follow me that night. Sorry,
Damn.
baby. Nothing personal, but that was my role. I just destroyed it. And I destroyed it with that whole joke of being
Hey, bro, man, bro, you got so much.
Next time he did a big special, what was it? Hey, I just want y'all to know, us African Americans, we afraid of niggas too.
Damn.
Flipped it. Stood it on his head.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes down like that, baby. That was the biggest, that joke put that dude on. Wow. So what did I learn? Did I get mad at Chris Rock? For a minute, I was. But then I had to realize, man, this dude taught me something very valuable, man.
Bro, you got to
step outside the joke. Look at it from every angle. See if there's a way you can tell it. You know, you're right. Play with it.
Bro, man, I know you got so much good information. God damn, bro, we done ran out of time. Man, I hope you can come back one day, bro, soon, man, because and you on that hip hop shit too.
So for part 2, for real.
Yeah, man, like, bro, because I'm like, damn. I know, Naughty, what's going on with you, bro?
What's happening, player?
Is it cool I ask a couple more questions?
It's on you.
Okay, cool. I had to make sure you were straight.
I'm gonna hurry too.
You got nothing. I'm gonna ask you one. You in a rush, bro?
No, go for it. Let's go.
All right, bro. Tell me, what's the most exciting times you done had? Like when you what movies you had so much fun on that motherfucker that you know what I mean you'll never forget it, and tell us some memorable moments. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you. I think for me it was Showtime. Now, Showtime. It was Showtime. Showtime was a huge movie, man. You had you had Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro. When I went to the audition, it was a whole story on how I got it. But they booked me off of my reel, off my tape, and I got it. 3 weeks I worked on one of the biggest movies, probably the biggest movie in Hollywood at the time. And that experience was crazy. Being treated like a full-blown star, having your own trailer, them picking you up and taking you to set. It was really a crazy, crazy experience. And then when the movie came out, hey, here's the point. When the movie came out, every scene that I was in except for one was cut.
God damn it.
which happens often.
And mind you, I was complaining. I was at the premiere complaining, like, man, they cut me out of every scene. I was talking to my man, what's my man? God rest his soul. He passed away. He was on the Steve Harvey show. Mario, he was killed in LA tragically. He was an actor.
My dude that played on Steve Harvey show, Romeo.
He played
Romeo. Yeah.
Yes. I was with
him. Damn it.
We did the premiere together, and we was in the movie together. We worked the whole movie together, and I said, man, they cut me out of they only left me in one scene. And he said, bruh, they cut me out entirely.
Damn. Yeah. Rest in peace, man.
Hey, rest in peace, man. Mario, man. But that's part of the game, man. You have, I think it was a good lesson that you really got to understand. You got to leave this stuff on the stage. Once you do it, it's done. Forget about it. Go think about doing it next. Don't get all wrapped up into what it's going to be or what it can be. Because let me tell you, I was like, man, this is it. I'm on. I got a scene with Robert De Niro. I got a scene with Eddie Murphy. Man, it's on. No, it's not on. It's not on. You got a long ways to go.
This is man. Enjoy the journey,
Enjoy the journey. It's truly about the journey. The destination, hey man, that's not promised. The journey is real though.
Was it? I know, rest in peace, Malcolm, man. But was it? Did you recognize any tension on the set?
Recognize any tension? That set was nothing but tension. Nothing but tension, man. Let me tell you.
Malcolm and Eddie.
Jamal Warner. Malcolm Jamal Warner is a good dude, man. A real good dude. Eddie Griffin is a good dude. A real good dude. Both these brothers was good good brothers. The only thing was they was opposite type cats. They were different type people, okay? You have Malcolm Jamal Warner, who had the experience of working with Cosby, the experience of learning television for 10, 15 years by the point that show started. That's wealth of knowledge that is we really need. And then you had Eddie Griffin, who was raw talent, raw funny, raw energy, okay? Putting those two together, it could have been stupid great, or it could have been stupid tense. Ours was stupid tense. If you talk too much to Eddie, Malcolm might get upset. You talk too much to Malcolm, Eddie might get upset. And I'm gonna tell you, I was on that show for 2 seasons.
And you was fine as
in the
hell.
beginning
I just want to let you know that.
let me tell you.
You heard it right.
What she say?
You were fine as hell. I just want to let you know that.
Oh wow, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you had all the ladies feeling some type of way.
I was, hey man, let me tell you, I was on that show, and these guys, I'll never forget this because I knew it was a wrap, baby. You know how the TV shows, before they tape the show, they introduce the cast to the live studio audience, right? Well, they said, and playing the role of, so-and-so is Karen Molina White. And they was like, hey, I'm playing the role of so-and-so, so-and-so and so-and-so, hey. They said, playing the role of Hector is Freez Luv. And the audience went nuts. Now, mind you, the reason they went nuts wasn't just because I was there and I did a good job, but also because this character of Hector represented a huge demographic, which was the Latin demographic. They didn't know they had that demographic with that character until they heard that explosion. They went nuts. The producers got happy, and Malcolm, he looked at each other and they looked at me, and I knew from their reaction that my time show was limited.
We gotta get this light-skinned pretty nigga out of here.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, hey man, this light-skinned, dark-skinned stuff for me, because in my family, we got black as night and yellow as piss all the way, every spectrum of my family. So I purely
yellow as piss,
not to be on that. My family didn't get down like that. They was like, look, I don't care how light you are, I don't care how dark you are. Do not ever confuse yourself without thinking you black in this country. You black, baby. So you better live like that. And that's how I was. I didn't get down. I don't, the whole light skin and dark skin, that stuff. I didn't in Hollywood. That's where I've had the biggest problems, because you're talking about another group of people that dictate what we are.
Let me ask you a question about that, bro. Let me ask you a question about that. I'm hearing that they not even letting the dark-skinned girls in the club, at these certain clubs out there in Cali.
Man, let me tell you, when you talk about Cali, that could be so true. That could be so true. And then you go down the block and they're not letting fat girls in. Then you go up the block, they're not letting dudes with dreads in. Who cares? I'm like this. If they don't let you in, fuck them.
I heard about that shit. I was like, damn, they still doing that shit? That's crazy.
Man, and you come back and light their ass up with a bunch of dark-skinned people, whatever it is, man. We can't stand for. We got to be unified. We got to have it back, because anytime there's a crack in the wall, you better believe that crack is going to be exposed, and they're going to enter at that crack and split the whole wall apart. So I say be unified, man. I don't care what color, and back to
that's real talk.
Oh, light skin, dark skin. That's not us. That's somebody else putting that in our mind, and we roll with it. I'm not with it.
I know. I know. You on the real shit though, bro.
Hey, man, I'm gonna be honest. You touched on something that really has. I remember one time, me and Charlie Murphy, we was in Houston, because I toured with Charlie Murphy for 8 years. I wrote for Charlie Murphy. I toured with him. We created together. I created 4. We were tight. That was my dog. For eight years, we did 2 world tours. I went from Finland, Norway, Glasgow, Scotland,
Damn.
Reykjavik, Iceland, all the way to Australia, to Melbourne, Australia, Sydney, Australia, to Auckland, New Zealand, all with Charlie Murphy. We went around this world, lighting it up. We was killing it. And what to me, what really put a lot of that to the end was in Houston one night. We was at the Houston Comedy Club. We had great shows. It was after the show. We were supposed to be out of the green room. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were supposed to be done with the green room. We were supposed to be in the car going back to the hotel, but we was hanging out in the green room, drinking, laughing. And the manager said, Charlie, there's a girl out here that wants to meet you. And Charlie was like, is she fine? And he's like, yes. He said, tell you what, bring her in then. Because if she's fine, then I want to meet her. We all laughed. The broad came in, she saw Charlie. Oh, you were wonderful. You was great. Oh, you made me laugh so hard. And she turned around and she saw me. And she said, and you, oh my gosh, you were phenomenal. And I know it's because you're light skinned. You're
She
phenomenal.
said that? She said that?
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? First off, you ain't even from this country, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you come up in here kicking up some bullshit.
Yeah.
And said that, Charlie looked at me, and I looked at him like, hey, man, fuck her, man. You know what's up. But it wasn't reciprocated. It was a second where he was like, damn, that's a problem. That light skin shit.
You know why, Freeze? Because being, light brown myself, for us, like you said, we don't think about it. We don't care. But it's kind of a pain and a shadow, no pun intended, that they carry for a long time. It's something that they've been aware of. When you're dark skinned, you've been compared to light skinned people, and you've had to be the underdog for a long time. So when you finally make it to stardom, here come that old boogeyman from your past, your insecurity sneaking up on you again. So it's a bigger thing for them than it is for us.
Well, and see, here's and back to what I'm saying. We look at it as a bigger thing for them than it is for us. But the reality is just
the same boat. The same boat.
We are in the same, and we can't. People have that feeling because it's true. They have been overlooked. They have been slighted because they're darker than the person in front of them. This isn't made up. This isn't somebody just start up and say, "Oh, we rolling with it." No, this is
exactly.
Our people deal with all kind of bullshit when it comes to slave mentality, from light skin to dark skin, good hair, bad hair, up north, down south. I mean, we got so many, divisions, then religion. But I ain't gonna lie, bro, that light skin, dark skin shit had us fucked up. We was young though. I mean, I know one day I was in the house sleeping with my cousins, everybody asleep, and my homeboy said, it's red bone. Niggas woke out of their sleep and ran to the door like they was about to fight to get outside to see this red bone. So I was like, oh, that's a red bone. So from that day on, I'm like, damn, that's a red bone. In my mind, this is where it's at. So, it's like what you learn. You learn these things.
Check this out, though. Because red bone, I used to say, we've all said it. But I remember I used to raise pit bulls. I love pit bulls. I used to, not so much anymore. Now I feel too many people don't deserve them, and dogs is messing up everything. But there was a time where I was really into pit bulls. And pit bulls have a red nose, right? They got red nose, they got blue. All right. So in my research, I found a breeder that used the term red bone. Then you look at the term red bone, it's attributed to horses, it's attributed to dogs, it's attributed to animals, to livestock. So when we say, oh, that's a red bone, that's what somebody that was breeding us gave us that. And we keep rolling, man. We keep with it. And that's kind of like my thing. I just want people to embrace whatever they are. Your pain, as a dark-skinned person, is a certain line of pains you're going to face. As a light person, I remember my sister lost a job because she was at a meeting, and they just in the meeting started talking about black people like they wasn't there. And my sister's like, "Wait a minute, y'all realize I'm black?" They're like, "Oh no, you're
Yeah, but
not."
you're not like the other ones.
And it ended up my sister lost her job. And she was like, I don't care because I know how these people are now. You know, up until then, she might not have known. So all I'm saying is that this whole game, each one of us is going to go through a challenge for whatever it is. I don't care. We're all going to be challenged. It's a challenge. That means it's something you can overcome. You can change people's narrative on that type of thinking. And don't forget, man, it's been all of us to move us forward. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for black ass Marcus Garvey. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for yellow ass Thurgood Marshall or yellow ass Clayton Powell or black ass James Brown. Nah, man, I don't care what
James Brown, boy, you ain't shit.
We're black. And we're under the same umbrella, whether you want to recognize it or not.
Yeah.
They're going to make it.
Man. Hey, let us know about your special, man, before you dip, bro. And, you know,
man, look here.
I'm going to make sure I get me a good drop from you for the raw side of thing. I got a T-shirt when I come out there to you, bro. I'm coming to the west side and bring the T-shirt.
And I like how you said the raw side of things.
Yeah.
I love speaking in Ebonics. Don't fuck. They tried to get rid of Ebonics. They tried to get rid of our hood slang. I'm not with that. I say talk as good as you want to, but you have to understand and speak the King's English. So when you go to court, you can understand what they're saying. But at the same time, this is our language. Don't be ashamed to talk our language. So yeah, the raw side of things.
Yeah.
And you got a special Throwing Apples. You find it at throwingapples.vhx.tv. All right.
What's the name of it?
Throwing Apples.
That's the name of your special?
That's the name of my special. And you find it at throwingapples.vhx.tv. It's called Throwing Apples because here in LA, they locked my ass up for throwing an apple. I went to jail for throwing an apple. Check out my special, see the whole story.
Hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Can't wait to check it out. Where can we follow you on social media?
Follow me at Freez Luv Comedy. That's FreezLuv Comedy. Freez Luv Comedy. F to the R, double E and a Z. Don't have another E because that's not me.
Hey. Yo, you were great, man. You were funny.
And since we talked about music, I gotta plug my album. I released the album. You can even get it for free on YouTube. It's called Photo Sentences. FOTOSENTENCES. Photo Sentences. And
let me ask you something about that. Okay, it's crazy you say that because you know when plants, you have a plant, and the plant, and you turn the plant away from the sun, and it turn back and go the other direction.
Yeah,
that's the same thing.
Photosynthesis is taking the light and turning it into nutrients for the plant. But yeah,
that's what my what my lyrics do. That's why it's called photosynthesis. I'm doing with sentences what plants do with photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Play on words. I was smoking a gang of weed. If you like trees, you gonna love my album because I blow it.
I can't wait to listen to it. I bet it's dope. I'm gonna go listen to it today when I take my little bag.
It's a comedic comedy album. If it makes you smile, I won, baby. Because I hit it from a comedian.
I'm gonna sing you something, bro. I'm gonna sing you something. I got something for you. I got a verse for you.
Hey, you already made me smile just thinking about Hector. I'm like, oh, that was him.
Thank you so much, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming, man. Messing with the underdog, man. You know, the wrong side of things. Well, make sure I bring the shirt to you.
Hey, I stay with the underdogs. I did a whole tour called the Underdog Comedy Tour. I like young comedians. I love y'all, man. I want y'all to keep
We love you, bro.
thorough. Keep getting it in. Don't let nobody detour you or put you on a different. Do you, man, and don't be ashamed or afraid to speak your truth. We need it.
Hey,
Unapologetic,
man.
real truth.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Once again, with the great Nema Katt, with the great Freez Luv. Wrong side of things, I am Sir Bam to the motherfucking down. Bam on y'all stinking ass. You already know how we do it. Till next time, we'll stay in tune.
Hey, much love.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Man, that was great. We're going to take a break and come back with the last blast of the week on y'all motherfucking ass.